All right, it looks like we are once again live. Welcome everybody to another episode of Yankees America Guns and well, this ain't that though, is it? It's the live danger to society chat because we're still banned and we're still over on the backup channel. So is what it is. You're lucky I'm here today. After, if you watched when you saw that traumatizing and debilitating injury I received filming my video, I think that it is a testament to me that I'm actually here. I got a bite today on the palm from I was doing a trigger test and it got me, bit me. Goddamn little snake, little cobra bit me. But welcome everyone. If you've never been here before, it's just conversation between myself and my viewers. If you got any questions or comments for me, put them over in the live chat. Just put at the Yankee Gearhead, since we are on the backup channel, in front of your question or comment so that I will see. So I see it. Please bring the questions so I've got something to talk about. I don't like just sitting here trying to think of things to say to the camera. I would love to have more people involved in the chat, but I need like a producer or something, someone who like reads the comments and asks me questions and kind of spurs the conversation, encourages people to ask questions. But that's for a later date. That sounds like work. I don't need to do the normal spiel because you can't do super chats. This normally where I'd say if you want to support pets and vets and you want to get your questions answered more immediately, definitely go do a super chat. We can't do super chats, but I did make a link for PayPal. Let me put it in here and then let me pin it to the top. Shit, did I just remove the chat? I just removed the goddamn link I put in there. Let me do it again. Now let's pin it. There we go. Now it's pinned to the top. If you go over there, you can donate, do a super chat. You can ask a question. There's a memo section there. Excuse me, I just inhaled something. I don't know what it was. Probably a piece of a grape. I've eaten way more grapes today than any human should ever eat because I have a fruit addiction, and I will eat apples, oranges, watermelon, grapes until I shit my pants just about. So I need to really work on that. Yeah, it sucks. Let's see, where were we at? As I was saying, we can't do super chats, but you can do the chat up there. If you want to go over to PayPal and do a chat, the money goes to support the Pets and Vets Fund. You can also go over and become a patron. If you want to support Pets and Vets that way, Patreon is a great way to support the Pets and Vets. I don't know if we've lost or gained any patrons. We did lose another Subscribe Star supporter. We're down to 91 over there. And we lost one patron. But Sweetie upgraded his membership, so I think that kind of balances it out. But cash-wise, but not subscriber-wise. What was I going to say? Oh, that's all. If you want to support Pets and Vets, the PayPal link at the top, or going over and become a patron, that supports Pets and Vets, the friend drawing, etc. If you want to support TYM Triple P, which all the judges should be getting back with me about tomorrow on this month's winners. All they had to do was eliminate one person. We only had 5 people enter. So I don't think they'll have any trouble getting that done. But if you want to donate to that, go over to subscribestar.com/Yankee Marshall. Become a supporter over there. You will be getting stickers if you sign up over there. There's stickers that can be had. And I'm working on something for people that have been a member for 6 months and a year. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. It'll probably be like a t-shirt or a special design of some sort. We will see. If I got any suggestions, let me know. Other ways you can support TYM Triple P is go over and buy merchandise. Merchandise is a good way to support TYM Triple P. I put up a new design over there today. I can show it to you here. It's just a simple design because I've been sitting around drawing guns in my free time while I'm listening to Jim Cornette. And I did a little Glock 20 drawing. This looks like my pimp drawing, but actually it's not. I redid it completely from the ground up because the pimp didn't have a trigger or the back's visible or anything. So I just went ahead and did it from scratch. And that's what I came up with right there. It says not perfect, but close enough. So if you're a Glock fan or a Glock card, you can go over there and you can get that. But there's other stuff over there. All of it supports TYM Triple P. There's only one shirt you can get that doesn't support TYM Triple P. That's one that you get for being a $30 a month member over on Patreon. And I need to get those sent out this week because I have not done those in a couple of months. I think there's only like 2 people that are signed up on it, but I still need to get them sent out. Okay, where was I at? I just lost my place. I needed to check over on PayPal to see if any questions have come in yet. And then we'll just, and I got to read people who've bought merchandise. There was like, I don't think there was any until like recently. In the last few minutes, somebody has been buying. A couple of people have bought a couple of things. Dale Rickety said, I got nothing. And it worked for him. He put it in there. The old man actually figured out how to use the comment. If he can use it, anybody can. I didn't say nothing. You can't make me, said Tim Fast Salami. So those 2 actually got it to work. So if they can get it to work, I think anybody can get that link to work. And I wanted to read people who bought stuff. So let me do that real quick to say thank you to those people. Zach Christensen got a Glock condom. I'd forgotten I'd done that design, the Glock condom. I'd forgotten all about that design. So I did draw a Glock at another point too. I don't think it's as nice of a Glock. I wonder if I should redo the Glock condom t-shirt with where's it at? Do I got a picture? Do I got what do I call that one? I don't know how I can find that design. Aha, here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's an old meme I made. Well, I forgot that I'd even made this drawing. But it's a Glock and a condom, and I think it says something about getting screwed buying a polymer gun. Let's see. Every Glock should come with a free condom because anyone that pays that much for a plastic gun obviously likes to get fucked. So can I open up an image here so I can show people what it looks like? Here's what it looks like. I'd forgotten I did this, and someone just ordered one. Boom, right there. See that design right there? Can you see it? There we go. Oop, that got too big. Now I can't get it to go small again. There we go. There we go. There it is. That's the one they bought. Yeah, that's an old Glock I drew. I didn't draw that one as fancy, but I think it works. It works for that drawing. Okay, so they got that and a wanted nut, the wanted, the acorn t-shirt. They got that as well. And I thought there was another order. Let me see. Maybe there isn't. I thought I saw another order come in. Over here, the last thing was Dale Rickety. Let me try there again. Let me look over here. Aha, it came in over here. It's above him. Doom Chainsaw Rabbit, who I don't know who that is. They got a PU cotton t-shirt. And John Smith got Pistol in My Pants t-shirt. Yes, that is Pistol in My Pants. No, I'm not happy to see you shirt. So those people have contributed today. So thank you very much. Now let's see if we got any questions or comments coming in over on the regular page. I got the ones over here from Dale Rickety and Tim Fast Salami. So let's go over here and see if anybody's got any titillating questions. Why can I not get my chat to scroll? There it goes. Let me put this on live chat. I think it might have deleted some. Don't worry, I don't think it's venomous. Do I get a Pets and Vets t-shirt for $30 tier? I think it means tier, but yes, you do. Does anyone make a hot load 45 long Colt that approaches 44 Magnum ballistic off the shelf? I don't know. You might want to check Buffalo Bore. You might want to check Buffalo Bore. I've got blood on my napkin here from where this was bleeding earlier when I got bit. Like I said, the fact that I'm still here, that I'm actually showing up for this. So you're saying Yankee needs a condom and likes being fucked. G20, LOL. You don't know what I paid for it. I could have got it for free. I could have traded sexual favors for it. And that way I didn't get paid. I didn't pay for it. All right, that's all the questions. I think there were more before I switched over to live chat. So for once, if you made a question earlier, repeat it because I fucking switched over. I got to turn the air on. Hopefully it doesn't make too much noise, but I'm fucking hot. What's the temperature in here? It's 76 degrees. No wonder. Oops. I got to turn on the... Uh, 70. But it goes cooler than what it says. Do I feel any air yet? Ah, there it comes. Oh, that feels so much better. I could just sit back here. Ah, cool finally. It's blowing cool air right on me. Our air conditioning in the house is out. First time we tried to turn it on was yesterday. And one of the heat pumps had been making a weird noise every time it came on, like a clanking, grinding noise, and now it just don't come on. So we have air conditioning in the living room, kitchen, dining room area, but we don't have any air conditioning in the bedrooms. So last night was fun, but they're supposed to come tomorrow and fix that. So that's going to be like $2,000 at least out of my pocket. So that's a pisser. But it's already starting to feel better in here. Let's see. Do we got any questions coming in? Hey. Bent over ain't free. Well, stoop down might as well be. I think we got a question coming in, a super chat. Let's look and see here. Let's see if they figured it out. It was John Mandrick. Let's see. Oh, he donated, got a couple entries into the friend drawing. And he said, does this work yet? Yes. Yes, I do believe it does. If 3 people in a row got it to work, I'm pretty sure it's working. It's nice that PayPal's actually working for once. I'm sure it won't last forever. I wonder who'll be the person that breaks it. We'll have to blame them. Did you get the trigger pull weight between the 2 Colts? Yes, actually on the video I show the trigger pull weights. I think one was 3 pounds, 1.5 ounces, and the other was 3 pounds, 0.8 ounces. They were like almost identical. And that was after a 3 pull average on both of them. I just cut all the other pulls because it's boring. And plus, you hurt yourself doing that shit. What do I do with my WAP membership? Well, I don't know what you do with it. I would just, once we get back over to the other channel, it'll be fine. It'll be working again. We're getting real close to being able to do that over here. Let's see, where are we at on our analytics over here now? As of today, we have 4,100 hours of viewing. That's watch time hours. Let's see what the official number is. The official number is 2,900. So we have like 100 more to go before we can get channel memberships. And then we have another 1,100 to go before we get monetized. And I do believe all those views are there now. We just have to wait for them to update. because last time YouTube updated these figures was on May 6th. So that shows you they're like, 5 days behind the actual numbers. So we're getting there. Looks like we might have made it. Someone said jumping killer hawks. Let's try that. On behalf of the 10mm auto delegation, I would like to apologize for blockheads that day. My plus P 230 grain 10mm is just as powerful as 357. Oh, that say, I think he meant, not that day. That say makes more sense if I read it that way, at least. Who has the supreme control over the thermostat in your house? Well, I do, because I'm the only person in our house that knows how to work the thermostat. Because our thermostat is one of those touch screen, programmable, gobbledygook, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi bullshit thermostats, which I had to replace the one because, the thermostat had gone bad before, and I put a cheap one on there, and that ran the heat, but it didn't run the air. So when it came time to run the air, I went ahead and ordered the new thermostat of the old one, $189 for a thermostat. So I put it on, it still didn't work. So I'm like, that thing's fucking dead. So and I went out and checked, and there's power getting to the actual compressor, but it's not kicking on. I can't even like turn the fan on with the thing. So, but yeah, I'm the only one that knows how to work it. No one else knows how to work the damn thermostat. In fact, if someone wants the thermostat changed, they come and pester me to change the thermostat. But our thermostat stays the same pretty much year round. At night, it goes down to 65 degrees. In the daytime, it goes up to 68. That's in the winter. In the summer, same thing, goes down to 65 degrees. No, in the winter, it goes up to 70 during the day because Turnip gets chilly, and he likes to have the heat come on, so I keep the heat in the living room up to 70. But in the bedrooms, I keep it at 66 or 65 all the time. And then in the winter time, and in the summertime, it's 65 in the bedrooms all the time, and it's 68 in the daytime in the living room, and I think I leave it at that at night too. So it's just a slight variation. There's very little change in the temperature in our house. It's usually anywhere between 65 and 68 degrees. Except for when I turn it up to 70 for Turnip when it gets chilly. For 2Gs, you could almost put in a new heat pump. I could put in a new heat pump for 2Gs. That's why I'm expecting I'm going to have to do. Because we have two heat pumps, our heat pumps are small. They're only 2.5 tons each. So I don't have to get like a 5-ton heat pump or anything. So because we've got 3 systems, 2 on the main house, 1 out here. And the ones on the main house there's 2.5-ton systems. Well, I think there's one that's a 3-ton system and one that's a 2.5-ton system. And the one that's bad is the 2.5-ton system. So the heat pump itself is only $1,100. So I could definitely get it installed for $2,000, but I got the heating cooling guys coming so that they can take care of it. Got some new cameras that record to a hard drive today, night vision and 4 cameras, $300. Well, that doesn't sound bad at all. Where am I? Okay, yeah, Jumpy Killer Rocks put it back in again. This time he said that say my 10mm plus P is just as good as Magnum. Yeah, because it isn't. You're right, they're wrong. Do you have a wood stove? Yes. Is it set up for cooking if you were to get stuck without power on the mountain long term? Well, it does have the 2 big flat surfaces on it. And even though they're not primarily for cooking, I cook on it. Last winter, we made cinnamon rolls on it. We made soup on it. All kinds of things. We fried eggs on it. I mean, we did all kinds of stuff on it. Made French toast on it quite a few times. Sorry, I must have lost focus on your video. I'm bad about that. Well, that's your ADHD. Yep, 2K for the AC fix. Just went through this myself. Yeah, it ain't cheap. Luckily, it's a smaller system because all it runs is the master bedroom, Caden's room, the guest room, which is my mom's room now, and well, she's not here, but that's still her room, and the master bathroom. Those are the only rooms it runs. Because I don't think there's even a vent in the laundry room. The laundry room has a slatted door because that's where all the air gets sucked into there. So I don't think they even need a vent in there. Told that they can't do anything till Monday. What? I missed part of that. Why don't you start out with some car talk for 5-10 minutes once in a while? You're a multi-podcast, cars, politics, guns, comics, etc. Well, I start off with you all completely drive the chat. You're the ones that put in the questions. I mean, if someone asks a question here or does a super chat about a topic, I follow that lead. I don't drive the chat. You all do. I got nothing to say. If I got something to say, I put it in a video. Why would I give it away to you guys for free? Well, I give the videos away for free. I don't like it. Not like I charge you to watch them or nothing. Total BS in Washington. Dad has taken severe downturn with dementia. Up all night dealing with him. Called several helplines in area. Called 2 hospitals. Told nothing to be done. Told that they can't do anything till Monday. Well, a lot of these systems are federally funded systems, and they're made to make profit off the federal system. So, yeah, they don't work in the best ways. I really been enjoying your Beretta collection videos. Now I'm jonesing to start collecting Berettas. Tell me what caliber and which one you recommend to get started. Just get started with the basic Beretta and the 92Xs, the new ones. Got everything you'll need, especially if you like the Vertec grip. They got the Vertec grip. They got the grips to make it more like a traditional grip if you prefer. But they have everything. They have the removable front sight. You can get them in Type G. Just pretty much the best place to start. And if you like it, there's all kinds of other ones you can branch out into. I obviously like them. I have an appointment with the VA neurologist already on Monday. Problem is, he's trying to go outside without pants. Oh, will you prude? As long as it's not too cold, what's wrong with going outside without pants? Who hasn't seen some old man dangly bits before? Tell people to lighten up. Maybe he's reliving his 60s days. So what you're saying is that the inmates run the chat, pretty much. You all ask the questions. We haven't had any like super chats that ask actual questions today, but when they do that, that's usually what we end up spending a lot of our time talking. The times where we've had chats that go off in heavy detail into topics, it's usually because someone asked the question. Usually not a topic I bring up. Any recommendations for trunk-mounted safes on CSRS? I don't know what a CSRS is. So no, I don't know what a CSRS is. One offered to call police and send police to the house. Well, I mean, if he was being a danger to people, but if he's not being a danger to people, and if he was being a danger to people, they'd take him. They wouldn't arrest him. They'd find a local place that has a bed, but it wouldn't be the best place. Thomas Lehman. Let's see. How well do you like your 454 Casull Alaskan Ruger? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's one of my favorite revolvers. I carry it quite often. If I'm not going to town or something, a lot of times I'll carry it. If I'm going to town, I'll usually put on something less offensive if I'm going to open carry, which is most of the time nowadays. And I'll put on my Python so I don't scare people as bad. Not that they'd be scared by the Ruger, because most people that see them, you either fall into one of two categories when you see, well, one of three. 90% of the people don't even notice and don't care. 5% of the people freak out. They think they're all going to die, and they'll complain to management, blah, 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 wherever you're at. Though you got those people. And then the other, well, that's probably 7%. And then you got the other 3% of people that when they see you open carrying a gun, they feel comforted. They know, hey, ain't no bad shit going to happen here. Because I can't think of the last time that there was a mass shooting anywhere where people regularly open carry. Just it doesn't seem to happen. Let's see here. I think we had a chat come in. Let me see if it worked. It was John Mandrick again. Let's see what he said this time. See if he could get it right twice. Does the caliber change whether you use full metal jacket or hollow point? I think what he's asking is, if I'm going to use full metal jacket or hollow point, do I have a different caliber preference for either one? I almost never carry hollow points. If I am carrying hollow points, it's probably because I'm carrying something. Well, I don't even know what I would carry that had hollow points. Probably the only time I carry anything that's got an actual hollow point is like a 5.7, which I hope I don't get in trouble picking up that bullet. But a 5.7 is about the only hollow point bullet I carry. Everything I carry is pretty much full metal, is solid copper. I carry Underwood Extremes. I carry TUI from Fort Scott when I carry 9mm. Same thing when I carry even my little Beretta 32. I carry the Underwoods, the ones that look like a little square bit screwdriver. So I just don't know of any time I carry hollow points. I think the only time I do carry hollow points is, well, they're still full copper hollow points, is when I carry my 454 Casull and I carry my Barnes Vortex 250 grain hollow points, but they're solid copper. There's no jacket or anything. So I'd say that's probably the only time that I even carry hollow points. Where am I at? I'd be frozen at 68. Here in Florida, our max is 80. 68 is like the perfect temperature, outside or we're in. In fact, outside, I would rather have about 65 if it's sunny. That way, if you're moving around doing something active, you still don't get that hot. So 60s, high 60s is like optimal temperature as far as I'm concerned. It's supposed to be in the high 60s every day here next week, and I'm like, that's perfect. The only thing, though, is will it get to the high 60s up here? Usually, if the high is going to be 80 down in the city, it gets up to about 70 up here. If it's going to be 90 in the city, it gets up to about 80 up here. Sometimes it'll be 100 in the city, and it'll only be 85, 87 up here. We have a buffer because of our altitude, and we got a lot of shade up here. Not a lot of pavement or concrete or buildings or anything. I put in the Beretta 11-pound match spring in my M9A4. I had zero issues with my 147 grain ammo today. Shot a couple hundred rounds without a single issue. Well, you shouldn't really have much problem with the most good ammo. Shouldn't have a problem with that. Now, if you go to the lighter hammer springs and you're using like NATO ammo, you'll have a problem. But other than that. The Beetle Bailey comic strip was banned in the U.S. Army's official newspaper for 10 years. The top brass thought that Beetle's behavior would inspire laziness in the Army. I was never a big fan of Beetle Bailey. It wasn't because it was, propagating an idea of laziness or anything like that. It was because it was not funny. That was why I had a problem with it. For the longest time, I thought the Peanuts character Woodstock was female. It turns out Woodstock was always male. No, Woodstock was always male. You didn't know that? I always knew Woodstock was a boy. It was very obvious. Plus, there was another one that would come around every now and then and had a bow in her hair. So she was obviously, or bow in her feathers, I should say. So she was obviously a girl. Woodstock didn't have no bow in his feathers. I think that Beetle Bailey suffered from narcolepsy. I think he's just lazy southerner. Did you see the Aurora Borealis last night? It was visible all the way to Mount Wilson, California. I didn't. I didn't really try. I was awake, of course, but those kinds of things don't really interest me all that much. Like when, if you go out tonight, you can see this and that. And I'm like, if I stay inside, I can see TV. So I'm really not that interested in that stuff. Plus, we would have had to look north. And from where I'm at, my north is all trees and then the very tip of the mountain. So it would be very hard for me to see anything from my property to the north. I can see all the way to Mount Hood to the east, and I can see, to the end of my driveway to the west, because then it's all trees too. But I can see the skyline because the trees are at a distance, and I can still see the skyline above. So if they were to the west, I'd see them fine. But to the north, the trees are right up on us. They're 90 feet plus tall, and then there's a mountain right behind them. Saw someone open carrying at the laundromat the other week. He was trying to conceal carry, I think, but his lack of a proper belt and pant size caused him to sag quite a bit. Yeah, some people that bothers me more than seeing someone open carry. See someone carrying with a really bad setup. Sometimes I would never say anything because you don't know, that might be the only options they have. That's the best they could do, and they're trying their best. That's why I always tell my kids, you never make fun of someone for the way they dress. Like high school, things like that. It's okay to make fun of people when they do something stupid that they didn't have to do, or you're razzing your friends. But I was like, never make fun of someone for the way they dress, because you never know. That might be the only clothes they have. Don't say, her clothes are too tight. She's a whore. Might not be able to afford new clothes. Or he wears the same pants all the time. Probably the only pair he's got. So never, ever, ever make fun of people for that. And that's the same way I feel about carry rigs. But it does kind of bother me that if I see someone that I know could do better and they're just half-assing it, that bothers me more than seeing someone open carry. Way more, because open carry doesn't bother me. Do you remember when comic strips were referred to as cartoons? I always thought they were called the funnies. When I was a kid, we read the funny papers. The term political cartoon is still in use for comic strips in magazines. Yes, but to me, they were always the funnies. You got the funnies in the paper on Sunday. You always wanted to read the funnies. It was the funny pages. That's what we always called them. So, is there a reason why you don't carry hollow points? I just think the solid copper rounds do better. They're better penetrators. I think they do just as much soft tissue damage. I think that they're, just better rounds all the way around, especially those TUIs from Fort Scott and the Underwood Extremes. They're just devastating rounds. So I'd rather shoot them. And there's no lead involved, so they can't be banned by the government anytime soon. Because that's going to be the government's next step, is trying to ban lead ammo. They've been laying the groundwork for it now for about 10 years, 12 years, even longer, since the Obama administration first came in. Did you like the character Nermal from Garfield? Nermal didn't add a whole lot as far as his own personality. The only thing Nermal added, Nermal was just a straight man for Garfield. He was the everything works out for him, and he was so Garfield could sad sack in comparison to him. You know what I mean? Seen a video of yours the other day on double action, single action being good for carry, and went back to watch it and it was gone. Is that the one that got deleted? Several of my videos got deleted. I don't know exactly what all of them were, but some got deleted. Some I had to go. Who just sent this? Mark Calkins just sent his fancy open carry rig. Of course, it looks like he just tucked his shirt behind it, so I don't know if he actually open carries it. Did he say open carry? Yeah, he said open carry. What's it say? This is for when you like the idea of open carry, but aren't really to fully commit. Boom, right there. That's kind of like wearing the belt buckle. Remember the belt buckle you get with the little revolver in it? Same principle. But those are cute. They're nice to, if you want to trust your life to it. I mean, the guns themselves, they work, they fire. I mean, who hasn't shot at them a few times? They're not fun, but they're not meant to be fun. They're meant to be super, super tiny. When you ain't got no other option, they could save your life. I mean, who would want that stuck up to their face and trigger pulled? I wouldn't want anyone sticking that up under my chin and pulling the trigger. So I'd rather not mess with no one who got it. Seeing the video, I read that. Will 40 Smith & Wesson ever stop being manufactured? Well, it could be if it was not popular anymore. No one used it, but I bet it would always, since there's a lot of guns out there in it, it'd always be manufactured to some level, but maybe not mass produced. Pretty excited. Subaru dealer called and said my new BRZ shows up next month. Going to set it up like a rally car for all these dirt roads around here. I like the little BRZs. Those are nice little cars. I wish they were all-wheel drive, but they're little sport cars, so of course they're not. But I wish they would do something like that because there are little sporty all-wheel drives. Look at the Corolla G. Look at the GR Corolla. Things like that. So I would love to have a little like something like that from Subaru that was all-wheel drive. But that kind of deletes the purpose of what a lot of people want those for. I mean, they want understeer, they want to be able to drift, blah, 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 blah. When I was a kid, one read the comics in the funny papers. Yeah, people call them comics, people call them the funnies, I've never heard them called cartoons, though, because to me, cartoons have always been animated. I mean, they're not because the first cartoons weren't animated, but to me, that's the distinction I always make is that cartoons are animated, comics are panel. Aren't your Minuteman rounds mostly hollow point? Well, I don't carry those, though, mostly. Usually, I've got specialty ammos for guns that I carry. And yeah, a lot of it ends up over here after I've carried once, but most of it is like, why am I got his picture still up there. Most of it is like, this Underwood and let's see. What else is here? I do have like the TUIs, the tumble upon impact 9mm and stuff that I carry a lot. This is all the same. Underwood, more Underwood. Silver rounds. I've got these Lehighs that are hollow points, but they're a solid copper round too. They just have a big hollow point in them. These are perfect for filling with silver if you want to have a makeshift up close round for. This is also, the fuck is this? I can't even read it. Oh, this is an RFK Burno. I was like, what the fuck is that round? It's solid copper hollow point, but it's RFK Burno. Got one of those in there. I got lots in here, but most of them are not hollow point. Now, some of the range ammo and stuff are hollow points, like all my Minuteman. And I've got, there's some more solid copper hollow points. I think those are Corbons. Is this Corbon? I can't read the casing very well, but I think they're Corbons. I do have some hollow points in here, like some 40 cal hollow points, but this is range ammo mostly. I do have some defensive ammo that's hollow points in here. Where is that? That's another. That's one of the big 454 Cazul solid coppers. I think that's 454 Cazul. Yep. Let's see. Where's some ammo in here? Okay, here we go. Here's some self-defense ammo that's hollow point. It's I think everyone recognizes the Hornady. I've got those with the zombie green tips in them too. Somewhere I got a bunch with the zombie green. I don't think I got any in here, so I don't shoot it. Yeah, I got a bunch of them with the zombie green. Remember Hornady made the zombie ammo? Ben Core said he sent his new carry combo. Let's see what he's got here. Boom. There we go. Looks like that's a 1791, and he's got his Sig Sauer. No, it's his Glock. He's got his Glock 40 in it. That's clearly a Glock. I know a Glock when I see one. But that was Ben Core's new setup. I accidentally closed it there. Where am I at? Make sure I haven't missed anything over here because I ain't been paying attention. I've been rummaging through ammo, and everything is fucked up over here as usual. So I've got to sign out, sign back in. Give me a second here. If you listen to me ramble about ammo as I rummage through the drawer, you can wait on this because this is not nearly as bad. Nope, everything's caught up over there. Do you think that the M&P 340 revolver with a 2.5-inch barrel is too small to handle its 357 Magnum loads? No, it's not going to be fun, but it's not too small. I mean, it obviously can be done. I carry a 360 PD with 357 Magnum. It's even lighter. Normal was a male. Yes, Normal was a male. I thought that Normal was female because the character is so effeminate. No, that was part of the thing. He's just cute because he's a kitten. He's still got those cute looks. Would not have been good for Garfield to be threatening a female kitten. That would have been sexist. That's the 22 short model. Notice it is on my left. My primary was a K6S, hopefully double action, single action, and not the regular one. Added a spare mag holster to my EDC instead of using my pockets. Sent pic in email. I don't see it. Well, maybe it'll come in. I got a picture here from Jacoby Crows. It says, does this look safe to you? Just kidding. He's got his little NAA Guardian. Oops, I never did share it, did I? I always forget to hit that last button. He's got his little NAA Guardian in an inside waistband 1791 holster. That's tucked away and small there if he needs it. People make fun of things like that, but like, you think those people in that nightclub when that guy was walking down the hallway shooting into rooms would have not wanted to have that if they could have had it to have a chance? They could have taken him out easy with that gun. They were watching him through a crack in the door, go from room to room down the hallway. You could have, bam, right from the side. You might not have killed him with your first shot, but he definitely would have probably ran away because he didn't want to get a shot a second time. Special needs ammo for you. What? I don't know. I don't think there is a such thing as special needs ammo. I consider the GR Corolla, but the price markups and allocation nonsense Toyota does convince me otherwise. Yeah, they're not easy to get a hold of. I had a chance to get one in that dark candy apple-y looking red that they did. The guy called me and said, hey, I got one in, and I know you like these. Do you want to come down and get it? And I'm like, I want it, but I don't want it enough to trade my Camaro in on it. And I'd have to trade my Camaro in. It would lower my payment and everything. But they're awesome. I just watched the old movie Carney, where Gary Busey played a carnival worker. I thought it was pretty good. Never heard of it. What kind of mic and mic stand setup are you using? Well, the mic, I don't know what it's called. I got something off of. I mean, I can show it to you here, probably. Right there it is. See, it's on a armature, and it comes over here, and there's the microphone. But that's about all I can tell you about it. Well, I didn't even tell you anything. I just showed you something. Get back where you go. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything over on PayPal, because I don't think my emails are coming in right now. Nope, everything is caught up over there. Cartoons were single satirical pictures, whereas in a series of pictures was a comic strip in Britain anyway. But yeah, comic strip. Like Family Circus, that was a cartoon. Or a comic, I guess we should say. Not a comic strip or cartoon strip or whatever. Because there are some that are still just like Marmaduke was single panel usually. Family Circus was single panel usually. What are some other ones that were single panel? Like through the week. Gary Larson, Far Side was single panel. All right, let's see. Why is it playing my chat at me there? Let's see here. Where were we? How much time we got left? We got 12 minutes left. 12-minute warning, which I don't think that's really a thing, but 12-minute warning. What's your opinion on using 9mm NATO for carry? Why would you use 9mm? Is my only question there. If you're going to use 9mm, I don't really care what you use. But it's like saying, I'm going to buy a Yugo. I really don't care which one. Let's go get that little Yugo Cabrio. Remember that one they made? That one was so horrible. It's funny, and I'd like to have one just because of that. You showed a picture of my gun, but not the mag holster. There are 2 pictures in the email. Well, I didn't see anything else. I only see 1 picture. Yeah, I see 1 picture. Oh, wait, who was saying that? Oh, Ben was saying that. So I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, okay, here we go. I did not go down and see that. Present, share screen, boom. I think I have that same mag carrier. I got that same one, I think. I also have one that clips in your pocket. It's magnetic. That's pretty nice, but I like the ones that hold them like that hold vertically like that. If I carry a semi-auto, that's what I use. Oh, excuse me. What do you think of the double action only Ruger SP101 as a carry? What ammo would you use in it? Well, I have said this 100 times, and you people don't listen to me. I don't like the SP101. Not because it's a bad gun, just because if you're going to get a 5-shot revolver, there's better ones that are much smaller and easier to carry, not super heavy. SP101s, all those things. If you're going to get something that size and that weight, get a 6-shot. But I mean, as far as quality, it's fine. But there's better options. And as far as the double action only one, I had that very gun. And I think maybe I can find it. Let's see. I can prove it. Yeah, here's a picture of it with my Model 60 Smith & Wesson that I took of it. It's just kind of a big, thick gun. And I really did not like it not having a hammer, a spur on the hammer. An external double action only, just not for me. If it's going to be double action only, it might as well be hammerless, or not hammerless, but internal hammer. Then that way, because this way you're still running the risk of it snagging on things if you're shooting it from a pocket or something. So there's really not a point. There's a taxpayer-funded program in San Francisco where a city agency is buying shots of vodka for vagrants. That sounds like a bad idea. I'm sure there's way more to it if that's true. So, because yeah, when you take little bits of information, anything can sound bad. Let's see. Buying vodka for vagrants. Where's this from? Looks like the story comes from a website called Not the Bee. Essentially buys vodka shots for homeless alcoholics. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've actually seen this program in place in other places before. They carry it with them when they're going out doing outreach to homeless alcoholics, because here's the thing: alcohol withdrawals are dangerous. You can die. It's actually some of the most dangerous withdrawals you can go from and you can deal with. They have one of the highest mortality rates from simply going cold turkey on alcohol. So sometimes when you find someone that is on the streets, hasn't been able to get any alcohol, they're suffering the first stages of withdrawal, you give them a little alcohol because it can save their life. So when you look at the whole story in proper context, without Tucker Carlson putting his spin on it, it actually medically makes a lot of sense. So here, that's a little lesson we like to learn on this show sometimes, of check your self before you get angry over things, because you might be getting angry over something that isn't quite true, or at least you don't seem to understand it because someone was misrepresenting it to you. And then in this case, Tucker Carlson, who thinks he knows better than medical professionals and social service outreach people, which he doesn't. Sometimes Dennis the Menace was single panel. Yes. Heathcliff was usually a single panel comic. Yeah, I used to have a lot of books of Heathcliff strips, comics, whatever you call them. I liked Heathcliff. I liked Heathcliff before I liked Garfield. Heathcliff is kind of like the gateway comic to Garfield. And Garfield's kind of like the gateway comic to Bloom County. And Calvin and Hobbes. And sometimes Dennis the Menace was single paneled. Yes, sometimes. I'm curious, with the summer season coming up, what is your favorite kind of hot dogs and or burgers to grill? Any favorite method? Well, I don't like grilled hot dogs. I prefer my hot dogs boiled like they should be. As far as hamburgers, I like hamburgers. I don't really care any special type. I would just a lot of times I'll just make myself 2 hamburgers. On one, I just have cheese, extra cheese. And on one, I just put ketchup because I like the taste of the burger if you season it properly. And if I want like a fancier burger, I'll put lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise on. Ziggy was a single panel comic strip. Yeah, that's another one that I didn't always find to be that funny. We're out of questions over here. Let me make sure I didn't miss any over here. I don't want to leave if I miss a question. Nope, everything is caught up over there. And I think everything's caught up over here. I don't think I missed anything. I have it on top or live chat, so I shouldn't have missed anything. Nope, that's it. We are caught up. I don't know if we should go the next 5 minutes or should see if let's see if a question comes in the next 30 seconds or so, or else we'll just sign out. Oh, did it, Harry Schnauzer? Did you get my email I sent you about they wanted your email, your address again before they ship that stuff? Since you obviously don't know how to type your email, your address. Ack. That's just Bill the cat. Ack. I love Bill the cat. Indoor versus outdoor range membership. I like indoor ranges better for membership because then in the bad weather you can go shoot indoors. If I'm going to shoot outdoors, I got my own yard or just around the corner here on the mountain. Did you enjoy Andy Cap? I like those little French fry things. Remember the barbecue French fried stuff, the Andy Cap ones? I like those. Any updates on that revolver you were looking at that has the enclosed cylinder? No, there's never. I think that might be a scam, to be honest. They seemed very shady. Yes, I replied to the email about your address. Okay, well, I haven't looked yet because I haven't been gotten around to getting stuff done on that. It's the weekend. Weekend don't mean nothing to me. I do the same thing. In fact, I got injured today working on the weekend. Disfigured, you might even say. Actually, I also got a bad scratch on the side of my leg because I had to go out last night looking for Sherman because he opened the door and got out again, and I couldn't find him anywhere. So I went little bushcraft going through the bushes and stuff looking for him, got all scratched up and got spider webs all over me. So I finally went inside and got Django and Turnip, and I walked around the outside of the property. And as we got around to the back side of the property, Django took off, and I was yelling, Sherman, Sherman. So Django took off up through the flower bed, jumped over this little rock wall we have. Well, climbed over it. He doesn't jump. And next thing I know, he's barking and making a fuss, and here comes Sherman running out of the brush with Django hot pursuit. So Django was like, I want to fucking go inside, so get your ass over there. Do you remember that person with the bizarre zip code that wasn't valid in any country on earth? You couldn't mail their package. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sorry, I'm late. I was doing pizza stuff. What's pizza stuff? I don't know if you can. How do you do pizza stuff? Is that sexual? I don't want to hear about it if it's sexual. Excuse me. Don't want to hear about it. Make sure there's nothing coming in over here because I'm not paying attention. But everybody who did do a super chat tonight, this is the first time that all three people that super chatted figured out how to do it. They did the little thing right. So that was a plus. And like I said, I think we're up to the amount of numbers we need on this channel to hopefully within a week or so, we'll be okayed for super chats and stuff. Or maybe we'll be able to go back to our regular channel. Someone the other day said, when we go back to the regular channel, I still need to put the link to PayPal up above. So in case people don't want to do super chats and they want to super vent YouTube, they can do it that way. And I'm like, well, nobody does it now. Why would they do it then? Sounds like extra work for nothing. Any updates on the spore? Well, the last information I got on the spores, I contacted them and said, how do you go about ordering these? Is there any dealers? And they're like, well, you order it and in like 6 months, we'll send it to your dealer. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. I can't but buy that up front. Did you see Jimbo's question up there? Jimbo's question. Have you been to Portland and seen the socialist posters popping up? Job and Socialist Party candidates. No, I haven't. But Portland's always kind of had a Socialist Party presence. I think most big cities do to an extent, especially on the West Coast. I don't think they ever win anything, or I don't think that many people are actually interested. But pretty much anybody can go to Kinko's. How do you think they make stuffed crust? I don't want to think about it. I don't think I've ever eaten stuffed crust either. I'm like, isn't there stuff on the crust? I don't need stuff in the crust. If you do go back, would you put curtains up over Would you put curtains up over all your firearms, even clear ones, so you're not tempted to touch them? Oh, no, I won't do that, but I'll just hopefully not touch them. The Yankee is just mad I have left hand Colt and a right hand Kimber K6S. Well, who would want a left hand Colt? Nobody wants anything left handed. Most people are real. All right, that's it. We're out of time. We have run out the clock completely. So thanks everyone for showing up today. Like I said, don't know if tomorrow we will be here or on the other channel or where, but hope to see you. Thanks to everybody who helped support the channel financially, especially in these struggling times when YouTube's doing everything they can to wipe us out and succeeding. But well, the gun community, I think, does more to wipe us out than YouTube even. But that's why it's one of the reasons I stick around, because fuck those people. I ain't giving them the benefit of the doubt or the benefit of me disappearing. I didn't say that right at all, did I? But like I said, thanks to everybody who helped support the channel, be it financially or just by watching videos, thumbing them up. If you've got a Facebook channel, go over and join my Facebook panel, become a follower, share my videos and stuff I share over there. Helps out a lot. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again. Oh, and remember, we did the new Glock t-shirt today. If anybody wants one, you'd be the first person to get it. Not that that means anything.